Good morning, crocheters. It is Saturday and time for the more regularly scheduled vlog. For those who haven't been following around along with Vlog-A-Day May, because it's a lot of videos and I understand if it's like, most people can watch, one video a week and stay pretty up to date, but a video every day, it gets a little overwhelming. So for those of you who have missed this week of pattern releases, I'm going to do a quick recap first off for you guys, telling you what happened and what's going on right now today. So Monday I released the, I don't have it with me in my hand. You can kind of see one right there. The Chubby Panda pattern as free when you sign up for my mailing list. So there's that. And then I also released the Amber Rabbit pattern at 50% off. And it was for 24 hours only. I'll get to that more later. And on this rabbit, there are two, there's a tall ear version and a long ear version, floppy ear and stand-up ear. So yeah, this was Monday. And then Tuesday, I released the Angie Otter pattern, which I don't have one to hold up and show you guys because it was given as a gift Christmas last year. But that pattern was released on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, released the Unicorn Hobby Horse pattern, which was exciting. And so these have all, every one of them has gone up for 50% off. So on sale for 24 hours. And then Thursday, I launched the Wendy Narwhal pattern. This one was fun, and this one's a little bit different because I didn't put it on sale per se. But what I did was, what's going to happen is that it's going to be sold as a pattern bundle with the whale pattern, which the whale pattern was up for $5. When they're combined, it'll be sold for $7. So I just went ahead and put this one up for $2, so that if you'd already bought this one, you could buy this one and you'd get the same kind of price as though you had bought them together. So that was Thursday, which was fun. And after this weekend, what I'm going to tell you guys about, this one will no longer be sold by itself ever. It will only be sold with the whale as a pattern bundle. And then the very last pattern that we announced was Shelly Sheep, and that one was yesterday, Friday. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot of goings on. It's been really fun though. Yeah, a little bit tiring. I've never done something this intense before where it's like, all right, now put this one up and take that one down and release this one. It's been a big learning experience, but it's been good. I'm really grateful that I've been able to do it and to learn all of these new things. And so when we were doing the live on Tuesday, we talked about doing a pattern bundle at the end of the week. That way people could just kind of buy them all at the same time. And what I've decided to do, and I mentioned this yesterday, was to just have all of the patterns at their sale prices for today, all of Saturday, and only Saturday. So this goes away at 11:59 p.m. tonight. I'm sorry, you guys can hear my 2-year-old throwing a fit in the background. She must not be happy about the pancakes. Things are dramatic when you're 2, but it's all right. So like I said, so it's really only today that you can get all of the patterns, put them in your cart, and buy them, get them. And then it's going to end, and we'll be back to just, doing a vlog a day for the last week in May. And then May will be over, this has been a fast month, a really, really fast month. But it's been a lot of fun. Been learning a lot as well, which I really love learning. So it's been win-win. So what else have I been doing besides just patterns? to be perfectly honest, not a whole lot. I've done a little bit because I've been busy doing this whole like pattern, working on the patterns and then the pattern release worked out pretty well with my job because my job kind of like architecture, I'm an architectural draftsman. It tends to be kind of feast or famine. And so when I had this idea of I want to do all these pattern releases, we were in a little bit of a famine stage where like just for a period of like 3 weeks, there really wasn't much going on. And so I was able to like really spend my time on my crocheting and like dive in, get a lot done. It was awesome and a lot of fun. Now we're switching into feast mode in architecture. And so there's a lot coming in. And so I've got to slow down on my crocheting so I can, work at my normal job and pay my bills. So it's worked out well because when I needed to focus on crocheting, I was able to. And now that I'm kind of wrapping up with this big project on crocheting, work is starting to take over again. So I will be not being quite so crazy as I have been this last little bit, but I still plan on having things to show you guys, every week, hopefully, even if it's just, a little something here and there of what I've been working on, designing, thinking about, that sort of thing. So I've got 2 things to share. So I've got, I come from a pretty big family. One of my sisters and brother-in-law are very good at supporting me and my creative crochet endeavors. And I got a message from them a couple days ago saying, have you ever heard of neoprene yarn? And I was like, no, like I know what neoprene is, but I've never heard of neoprene yarn. And so I did like a quick Google search, and from what I was finding, it was like you could buy it in bulk, but I wasn't seeing anywhere that like just sold a skein of neoprene yarn. So I was like, yeah, it looks like it's kind of difficult to find. What are you guys thinking? And they're like, well, bath toys. Because neoprene is kind of a rubbery, it's not yarn, really. It's kind of a rubbery substance. And so like 3 days later in the mail, I got neoprene yarn. So, one second. All right, sorry about that. Rachel made a very important discovery, found my sock. So she had to come tell me. Anyhow, I was talking about the neoprene yarn. And so, yeah, their suggestion was bath toys, to make it out of this sort of stuff. So it's really interesting because let's see if I can get it to focus. It's like rubbery and stretchy. I haven't yet worked with it at all, but I'm excited to. Like, I think this could be super fun. And definitely, this color of green, frog. Like, we'll try and make a frog out of that. And so, like, this will be really interesting. I don't know how it's going to behave. I don't know how tensioning is going to work with something that is so stretchy. And also, like, if it's going to be a bath toy, we're not stuffing it at all. So the shape has got to be really, like, on point naturally. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really fun. And then the last thing I've kind of been working on, there's lots of excitement around the deer because the head turned out so well and the body hasn't yet. So I'm working on body version 2, and that's what I've got right here. So this is where I am so far, and what I've done is on the other one I had a solid top because on like my arms and legs, I like finishing them off that way. For me, it's a little bit, I guess I just feel more secure knowing that like all of the stuffing is contained and like nothing's open, I don't have to worry about it. So on the other one I had the top closed, and I also had like the spine. It was 2 stitches or 2 chains shorter. And it didn't look right. The neck was too thin and the And the neck was like 15 stitches around, and this one is 18. So yeah, so this is where we are. And let's see if I can kind of, it'll be something along these lines. Like, this clearly isn't stuffed, and I'm not balancing it terribly well. Blah! So yeah, you've got to use a little bit of your imagination when looking at this right now. But this is kind of where we are. We'll see. I'm a little bit afraid that 18 stitches around in the neck was actually too much, and that I need to go with like 17. 15 is too small, 18 is too big, so I might have to try 16 or 17. And then I've got the body. Like, this is how I'm doing the legs, so I'm going to try and build each leg on like I did on the last one. So yeah, it's all just the learning process. It's more challenging than making everything separate and just sewing it on later. It's definitely more of a challenge to try and make the whole thing one piece. But I kind of like the challenge, I think if I made every single animal like I did, the big elephant, where like head and body's connected, then you add on ears and arms and legs and tail, which, I have done a couple of other times, I think I would get bored. So anyway, I'm starting to ramble at this point. So what is important? There's a sale going on today. If you want to take advantage of it, head over there right now. I'll have a link below. And other things that are important, happy Memorial Day weekend. And this is my last vlog for the week. So I will see you guys on Monday, and it'll be our very last week of Vlog-A-Day May, which is so crazy. How are we in May already? This has been such a fast year. Anyway, I will talk to you all soon, and see you on Monday. Have an excellent weekend.